This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 375, The Secret to Financial Independence in One Sentence by Chris Reining of chrisreining.com. And I am Dan, the guy who reads to you each weekday from some of the best blogs on personal finance anywhere, and that's so you don't have to go out and find them for yourself. And remember, we do take requests here if we can at oldpodcast.com. Just head over there to the website and let us know if you have any topic requests, anything you'd like to see us cover here on the program. This podcast is brought to you by Magic. Magic is your text-based personal assistant. It's powered by real people and available 24/7 to help with your personal and business tasks. Try Magic now and get your first 3 hours of Magic free at getmagic.com/finance. That's getmagic.com/finance. And let's not waste any time. Let's get right to today's post as we optimize your life. The Secret to Financial Independence in One Sentence by Chris Reining of chrisreining.com. I'm playing Jenga because that's what my nephews always want to play when I'm around. But then we move on to Xbox because kids get bored quickly, so we have to change from one thing to another. So why, when we grow up, do we have to play the same game over and over again for the rest of our lives? I mean, as soon as you discover what you're good at, you have to do that for your career. And then, because you can earn more money in that field than any other field, you're forced to do it forever. You never get to say, I'm bored and I hate my job and I want to play something else. You might know how this feels because 70% of people hate their job. And the 4-hour work week spent more than 4 years on the New York Times bestseller list. Most people tell themselves, well, that's just the way life is. I know, because that's what I used to say until I discovered financial independence. And I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about how to become financially independent in just one sentence. Are you ready? Spend less than you earn and invest the difference. There, I've written over 100,000 words about becoming financially independent that can be distilled down into those 9 words. And if you live your life by those 9 words, you'll eventually become financially independent, maybe even retire early if you want to. But more importantly, you can go play something else. Now, you might be thinking, it's easy for me to say spend less because after talking with thousands of my readers, they all tell me it's hard. Why? Spending less means giving things up, and we hate giving things up. I was in Brooklyn recently and met this girl who started telling me about her money problems, how she was forced to cut everything to the bone. So I'm imagining her sneaking into diners to steal leftover food off people's plates. Then I find out she owns one of those $1 million brownstones and has a housekeeper and a chauffeur, and I'm thinking, how is this to the bone? That's what the endowment effect is. Behavioral economists use this term to describe how we place more value on what we have than on what we don't have. Like in one study, people were given a coffee mug. When they were offered the chance to sell it or trade it for something of equal value, they wanted double what they were willing to pay for the mug. We hate giving things up. But if you're willing to give things up, you can get what you want. Take this comment from a reader. Quote, if you are willing to change your circumstances, it is quite possible to quit. I did that this year, left a job I had been at for 13 years and was unfulfilled by, although we have 2 young children, the mortgage, a dog, etc., all the regular attachments. We downsized our house by half, weeded out many possessions, and moved to a city 15 minutes away with more job options where we could live with one vehicle. Now I am self-employed and taking a course on the side to expand my options. We're 3 years away from mortgage-free instead of 15 years. I see my kids much more, and everyone is happier. None of us were negatively affected by cutting less important things out of our lives. This will not be the route for everyone, but it really is about what you are willing to do or not do, not so much about the attachments you have. End quote. Most people hate reading stuff like this. Why? Because we want to believe everything in life is easy and just happens magically. When I made the decision to become financially independent, I'd ask myself every day, what am I doing today to get there? What steps am I taking? It took years of hard work and discipline to spend less than I earn before I realized you can't cut your spending to nothing and that you need to earn more. And earning more took years of hard work and discipline too. Of course, you're investing all this money because no one gets rich from a savings account. This is what works. Yet people still write me saying they're going to get rich quick by trading binary options or investing in cryptocurrency or whatever. Sometimes I'll follow up with them a year later to see how it's going. They never respond. And that's why I always appreciate the people who are honest about their success. Because if I want what they have, then I know the steps I need to take to get there. Anyway, this was going to be about my first year of early retirement, and I just realized I didn't tell you anything about it. So real quick, it's changed my life. Sure, sometimes you sleep in until 11 a.m. on a Tuesday knowing your money is working for you. But what I'm learning is it's really about having control of your time. Mark Cuban said time is your most valuable asset. Quote, "You can't buy it, you can't find it, you can't store it, you can't trade it." End quote. What he's saying is if you're not doing what you want to be doing with your time, you're wasting it because you can't get any more of it. When you become financially independent, you get your time back because now you control it, and that's what financial independence is really about. You just listened to the post titled The Secret to Financial Independence in One Sentence by Chris Reining of chrisreining.com. This is made possible by Magic. No, seriously, Magic is a 24/7 text-based personal assistant, and they're a sponsor of this episode. Magic is the best way to get more out of your day. You send a text message with your request. It can be business or personal, and real people will do remote work to help you with anything that needs getting done. Common requests include paying bills, making reservations, and booking flights. But the team can handle whatever you want. They've sent Ninja Turtles to deliver pizza, made custom costumes, and booked last-minute helicopters. As long as it's legal, Magic can help. Magic is available nationwide, and we've got a special deal for you that will allow you to try Magic with 3 hours for free. Go to getmagic.com/finance. That's getmagic.com/finance or text finance to 83489. And that'll do it for another week of Optimal Finance Daily. Hope you enjoyed all of our posts this week. Have yourselves a great weekend, and I'll see you back here on Monday, where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this podcast, but also Optimal Living Daily, the show where I read to you from even more blogs covering finance, productivity, minimalism, personal development, and more from incredible bloggers like Derek Sivers, Zen Habits, Mark and Angel, The Minimalists, and all the ones you hear on this show too. So if you enjoyed today's episode and like taking amazing blogs on the go, come on over to Optimal Living Daily and subscribe to that one too. And together, we'll start optimizing your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Finance Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode and head to oldpodcast.com. That's OLDpodcast.com for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.